watch people using real heavy equipment.
And now.
That's fun.
Talk and rock.
The Big Dumb Fun Show.
You know, you never know what you'll hear, you never know what you'll see, but you gotta listen to the Big Dumb Fun Show. Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are live. We are also on affiliates like jackaloperadio.com.
Jackalope Radio. I noticed you lost the Jackalope 105. What's the story behind that?
Well, I thought we were going to be able to get that for our call letters.
That frequency there?
Yeah,
up
but then what happens was Jack 105 came into Kansas City and bought it out.
Yeah.
Douchebags. They even
what
stole
the
my
hell?
Jack name.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that about?
That was odd.
Yeah, it wasn't good at all.
And then,
They're pansies.
we should also make note.
Thank you. They are. Jerks.
Kelly's going to call everyone a pansy now.
Good.
We should also make mention.
Hold on a second, we've got Michael Bean on the phone.
Oh, no.
Pansy.
Hey, you pansy. Anyone
Just
can
let the guy
impregnate
talk
your
once in a
his
while,
mom.
You were on The Rock, you were in Aliens. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe he's not a pansy.
Getting dressed as the turd burglar tonight. I don't know what's going on over there with the stocking cap and the creepiness. No wonder he was put off by the show. He's probably watching the webcam like, who the hell is that guy over there?
Scary guy.
So you got Jackalope Radio online, jackaloperadio.com.
Yes, sir.
Jackalope, a mythical bunny antelope
A
type.
jackalope is a real animal, dude.
That's what they
it's
say.
a rabbit crossbreeded with an antelope.
But no
It's
one's
not
seen
even
it yet.
that. It's
It's not. What is
the
it?
mom?
then?
they just name it
jackalope?
that. It's a bigger rodent, and it kind of looks
has
like
antlers.
a rabbit, and it has little antlers, but it's not like it doesn't hop like a rabbit does. It just kind of looks like a
did you have
rabbit.
one as a pet growing up?
No, I've seen pictures of it on crack.com.
Listen, I grew up in South Dakota. That's where they're from.
Apple crack.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, she's kind of being a pansy.
Jeez.
What do you
I
have
can
planned?
whoop everybody's ass in this studio right now with one
She
hand.
probably
tied behind
could.
my back.
That's the scary part.
What do you have
I'm a
planned
ninja.
with her tongue? What do you have planned for tomorrow night's show?
Tomorrow night's show, we've got Linnea Quigley coming on from Return of the Living Dead fame. She did Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bolorama. She
Yeah.
did Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, You Can't Go Wrong.
No.
She did those. David
Is that
Dakota.
the name of the movie? Hollywood Hookers. You can't go wrong.
Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. I'm saying You Can't Go Wrong because that's a great
I
movie.
thought that was actually like
That's
part
a
of the
great one.
title.
You can't go wrong because there's a scene in there with Michelle Bauer in a Velvet Elvis painting, and she's got the chainsaw and she's killing a John, right? And she covers the Velvet Elvis with some Saran wrap to make sure it doesn't get the
So it doesn't get
right
ruined.
blood and arms and legs and
Also
everything.
tells
So-
you there may have been some premeditation.
Yeah. Now
Just
that's
believe
an
it.
exploitation movie. That is a grindhouse movie, not
Yeah.
this crap they're trying to pass off earlier in the show. What was that about?
The victim?
Yeah, why is that?
I don't
Why is
know.
that called
I
a
haven't seen it
grindhouse?
yet,
But
so
why
I
is it
can't-
called a grindhouse film?
How do
It
you
couldn't
know?
be.
Have you
because
seen
for
it?
one thing, there are no grindhouses anymore.
What about the grindhouse
But
thing that
it's
they
a-
tried to put
it's-
together with?
That was a tribute to
The
the old
genre
days.
of the movie. What?
That's not a genre. That's not a
Grindhouse
genre.
is a new genre.
It's
isn't
not
it?
a new genre.
It's an old genre
No,
that they
you-
reinvented.
I don't like
I
the
know
word
because
Robert
I'm
Rodriguez.
uncomfortable with all the crap talking right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. I used to go to a grindhouse, the old Empire Theater, before it was renovated and turned to Smacktown.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it back then, and it really was Smacktown then. But right across the Magic Touch
enjoyed
massage
it when
parlor,
it was SmackDown.
It was great then. Magic Touch would go out in between movies and razzle the chicks over at the Magic Touch who would come out like with hardly nothing on. We could yell at them as teenagers. Yeah, I was 13, 14 years old. But they showed the stuff like Fulci's Zombie,
Yeah.
The Driller Killer, Blazing Stewardesses. All this stuff played at the Empire. Those were the grindhouse
When
days.
are you going to get back into the movie field?
I'm
When
in
are
the
you
movie
gonna
field
start-
still, yeah.
You still are?
Yeah, I am.
What's your next like? What are you working on right now when it comes to that?
I'm working on a grindhouse film.
Are
No,
you?
I'm kidding. No, I'm working on a movie that
I've heard
made.
that's a popular genre.
Yeah, that's a
Shut the
popular
front
genre. Yeah. No, I'm actually. It's going to be a pretty interesting. There's two of them. One of them's more suspense. One of them's more of a.
One of
gore
them's a
fest.
grind and the other one's a house film.
That's right. One's a grind and one's a house. Yeah, it's going to be good though. I think one of them. I go for the extreme gore a lot. That's what I'm well known for. So I'm going to do that. But then the other one's more of a suspense flick, and I got some of the guys involved from
Kind of a
some
love
of the
story.
TV shows. Yeah, Dean Haglin's probably going to be involved. I'm hoping. So.
Gene Hackman?
Dean Haglin.
Dean Haglin
from the X-Files. Come on, man.
Gene Hackman would be
He's
cool
a comedian
too.
too.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great guy. Great guy.
Need
His
an
show's on our
actress.
network.
I know one.
All right.
Just
As long as you don't
saying.
call me a pansy on the
I will.
set.
I will call you.
Yeah, if
I'll
you-
call you Big Papa if you want me to.
All right.
Come
We'll do
on.
that.
If there's work involved,
Just call me Batman.
She will
I'll
make
be
you
Oh,
a
here.
dude,
6-inch
I'll be
sub.
like, hey, Bruce, what's up?
That's right. You're in the movie then. All right.
Done.
Let's man. There's just so many different things we could go, but let's talk about Night Watch. Night
Okay.
Watch, and your host with Chris Weisbach
Chris, the man.
You went to
Weisbach?
school with him?
Yes, I did.
and Rue McClanahan.
Poor Rue.
Oh.
Poor Rue. Hugh.
Hugh McClanahan.
Yeah.
And where did you get this ragtag group of guys?
Well, and let's not forget Julie and Amanda both.
Absolutely,
too, because
behind
they're
the door.
They're a very important part of the show, just like Gnurk. You know,
Yeah.
without
Let's
Gnurk.
not go that far.
Let's not go that far.
All right. Well, for
I'm
me,
really,
they're important.
I'm really the heart of the show. I mean, because I have the boobies.
Well,
The real
okay.
boobies and not the man boobies.
And the loud mouth. So.
She could take everybody out. I'm telling you.
So you knew Chris from growing up?
Yeah, I did. We were like, we hung out as teenagers. And
where did Hugh go? He just sounds
Hugh
like he just came off the boat.
He did, basically. He came over not that long ago from Scotland, and he formed a paranormal group here, and we met through that.
And so he decided he was just going to be. He kind of came in and is going to be a part of your show. Or you're like, hey, you'd be perfect for this.
You'd be
Exactly,
perfect for that.
yeah.
He's very into the paranormal.
Yeah, well, and he's funny. He always cracks like the worst jokes ever. He's like the worst joke teller of all time. I think they just didn't.
Like all jokes are new to him.
They are. I mean, everything's new to him. We talk about things. He's like, we never had that in Scotland, and I'm like, what?
About
You guys
your
didn't
mama.
have Jack over there.
Two guys walk into a bar, third one ducks.
It's terrible what they had over there. Apparently, they didn't have anything good in Scotland.
So Julie and Amanda, you're kind of like associate producers, I guess. Or?
Julie's the producer. She gets all the guests and kind of puts everything together. She holds the machine together, and then Amanda is the tech guru. She comes in and she makes sure everything runs, and she's an associate producer or the assistant producer, if you will. She comes in and makes sure everything goes while we're on the air.
So how many shows do you got on that station right now?
Well, we're looking
Besides
at
Nightwatch?
as of today. I think we're going to have 40.
Oh,
so,
that's crazy.
Jesus, isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
It's the dream, man.
And Nightwatch still on the BBC, and
Yeah, we're still on the
you're
BBC.
Still just growing like
We're
crazy.
best overnight show. Well, the biggest or whatever they call it, the #1 overnight show in Australia still. Melbourne and Sydney.
Wow, that's awesome.
Are there any other shows?
Sydney, yeah, there are. You know what? We used to. Our main competition was a disco show for a while. I couldn't believe this, but it was true. But yeah, they've hooked us up, and we're kicking over there Saturday and Sunday nights in Australia, and we're doing well.
At one point in time, we were on in New Zealand, and this guy, it was an AM station in New Zealand, and he's just like, oh man, you know what? I love you, and everyone loves you guys. I'm thinking New Zealand, and I always
it's
thought,
great.
For some reason, I'm going to go to New Zealand. I'm just going to see like billboards
They're gonna
up
be like,
on the
"Bang,
air,
bang,
things going crazy.
Did I tell you the story how Nightwatch got that way?
No.
In Australia, in Melbourne and Sydney, they put banners for Nightwatch in all the go-go joints and the nightclubs. This is a true story. I would have never thought to market that way with Nightwatch. And it worked, and we became this
And they thought it was
sensation.
actually going to be like a show about checking out.
Go-go chicks, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. But then they got
Gentlemen's
hooked.
Club.
Maybe
Dead go-go chicks.
maybe they tuned in one night when we had like a nerd night with Paul Dini from Batman the Animated Series, and
Yeah.
they were hooked at that point.
All right. Well, you know what? Well, once again, open pass. Anytime you want to stop by, we definitely thank you for stopping
Same
by
with you.
tonight.
You guys-
I wanna come by
we
the
loved
show.
having you. She's not invited. But
You can come by the show.
we
We'll let
love
you come
stopping
by.
by.
It's
Your
a
studio,
normal
your
thing.
studio is great. Love it.
Thank you.
And you got a Hellraiser guy in the corner, and it really just completes the atmosphere. In fact, Kelly, before the show started, Todd made sure that we turned off all the lights.
Well, except for the special lighting. We have special
Yeah,
studio
like
lighting.
mood lighting for the studio. It was really kind of cool. It's kind of like our palm tree light, but just not as
But
weird.
cooler.
Yeah, it was much cooler. Much cooler.
Well, we'll have to have her come out next time.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Drag her along.
Just bring a leash. All right,
When we go out, I have one of those backpack leashes they put me on like they do with kids.
We do that with our nuns. Remember, we used to
Just
crucify
rub
the
it.
nuns in Dissension, and we used to drag them around by the leashes at the award shows. Yeah, that
That's exactly what she needs.
was fun days.
Like a gimp uniform or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Well, before we head out, we'd certainly like to also thank the other guests that were on the show tonight.
All 60 of
Kelly Erb
Kelly Erb, the tax girl.
at taxgirl.com. If you got tax questions, ask Kelly Erb at taxgirl.com.
That's something
She
you
may
would not
answer
want to
them.
ask an Erb.
No, not me. I also like to thank Jennifer Blanc and Michael Bean. They're going to be part of the AMC Theaters Kansas City Film
Crap
Fest.
Fest? Oh, Film Fest, sorry.
Kansas City Film Fest, Wednesday through Saturday at the AMC Theater on Main Street here in Kansas City. Check out their film. It'll be airing at the AMC Theater on Friday night at 9:50
Saturday.
p.m.
Saturday night.
Saturday at 9:50 p.m.
And then Sean Hackett stopped by.
Sean
He's got
Hackett.
Homecoming. That'll be the same night at 7:30 at the same festival. You'll want to check out Paragon at the Bare
Bare
Bones,
Bones,
Film
which is in
Festival.
Oklahoma.
And then definitely you want to check out Jackalope Radio and all of their wonderful shows on there. In fact, there's one Monday night 7 to 10 that's just to die for.
And give money to Japan.
Absolutely, yeah. Mike's
You're
cutting
cutting out there, but
Wisconsin.
that's because, Beckman, you got to keep effing that chicken.
I will, Kelly. Keep effing that chicken.
Give money to Japan.
Effing that chicken.
I will. And until next week, we will see ya!
And give money to Japan.
That's right.